Bobby Deskin joining us once again, tracking the tropics and this increasing chance of development here.
Yeah, up to 70% chance now. The weather today, especially for travel, great. 10% chance here. And no rain, importantly, or at least not much, up near Jacksonville because that gets funneled down. And if they have weather, we end up with slowdowns here at Tampa. So I think all that looks good for travel today. All right, a lot going on. So we've got these systems out in the east now. Well, I really just want to point out to you the big picture here. That's the remnants of Emily. This is Invest 92. This has about a 30% chance, but this, actually it's more than that, it's up to 50%. This will be drifting to the northwest and gradually developing. Franklin, drift to the north, then to the north-northeast, gradually developing. You remember last week we had 4 storms in about a 24 to 36 hour period kind of boil up here, right? Same thing's happening now. You're going to get a little bit of development out of that one. This is going to go to a Cat 1, perhaps Cat 2 is now the forecast hurricane. You would expect to see this boil up as well, too. It's just the way the atmosphere tends to work. There's the updated number I needed there, 50% chance. But this obviously is the one that we're talking about. Let's get Franklin out of the way because you can see 75-mile-per-hour winds. It's got 50 now, right? It's going to Cat 1 by Sunday morning, Cat 2 by Monday morning, and then moving on up, and that's going just to the west. Bermuda, you can't see it, is right here. So it's just to the west of Bermuda. They're going to have to watch for some weather coming through there. All right, so here's our system. You can see now that there's what's called a Central American gyre, and you can see some of these wind arrows kind of doing that. This does this all summer long, right? But inside of this gyre, you get some rotations, and we're starting to see it now. You see all the showers and thunderstorms developing. Now, we have the NOAA hurricane hunters here in Lakeland, Linder. They've got the P3s, the big ones that fly through. They also have the Gulf Stream, the G4. That is called Gonzo. That's likely to fly out tomorrow and fly around all of this and out ahead of it and measure the atmosphere. That data is going to go into the models, and the model runs that we've been showing you should get better and better and better, and they should give us an invest, so we'll get spaghetti plots on it as well, too. As I showed you the European, this is the one that's been calling for it for several days now, even more than that. It's still calling for it what looks like a strengthening system, but still getting only to about 40 to 50 mile-per-hour winds, which would be tropical storm force. The GFS, this is the headline that's new today, because this has seen nothing the last several days. Now it's thinking, yeah, we're kind of seeing what they're talking about, and we're going to go with it too. The GFS run is weaker, and it has a little bit more wind shear involved. There will be some wind shear on the west side, so that should help to keep it at bay, but you have to watch anything coming across this warm water like that. It can ramp up pretty quickly, and that's the big question mark here now. Rainfall, desperately needed here, to be honest with you. Most of it appears to be just off the coast, but this is going to change. This is the European model. But that would be 4 or 5 inches of rainfall for some areas, especially along the immediate coast. And look who needs it. We've got a severe drought. Manatee, Sarasota County, most of Pinellas and Hillsborough, even Western Pasco in a drought. And if you look at our rain chances looking ahead, look at Tuesday and Wednesday. And Wednesday kind of tells the story where the heaviest rain would be right along the coast. That's if the models hold with what they're doing now for a track and an intensity. But again, this is going to change. So what you need to know more than anything else is that Sunday afternoon we could get a depression. And if that happens, we're going to get a track. We're going to get the cone, of course. And so you're going to want to know that. The impacts would be here Tuesday into Wednesday. So plan ahead, but keep checking back because that timing could change. Currently, as I mentioned, it looks like a tropical storm. I don't want to say weak because you can get big-time flooding from tropical storms, but 45, 50, 55 mile per hour winds, it's just way too in advance right now to say anything like that. So check out all my social stuff, Bobby Deskin's Weather, Bobby D Weather, and Bobby WTSP on X. And forget it, we've got all kinds of stuff on 10 Tampa Bay. So head out, check that out as well, too. Don't forget to download our app for Roku, on Roku, because you can stream everything there.